Nintendo just got hacked, or at least that's what one infamous hacker group wants us to believe. This isn't some random rumor. A group called Crimson Collective is claiming they broke into Nintendo servers and stole secret data. Think developers' assets, internal files, backups, basically Nintendo's behind the scenes stuff. They even posted a proof screenshot on X/Twitter showing folders labeled production assets, dev builds and backups. If this is legit, it means someone may have nabbed confidential info and upcoming games, or even the Switch too. But is it real or just a bluff? And why does it matter for the homebrew community? Let's break it down fast and clear. So who is Crimson Collective? Crimson Collective isn't a nobody. They're a notorious hacking group that's been very active in 2025. In fact, you might have heard their name from another headline. They hacked Red Hat, a big software company, recently, grabbing about 570 gigabytes of data from Red Hat's repositories. They tried to extort Red Hat for money afterward, but Red Hat told them to get lost and confirmed the breach publicly. These hackers are bold. After the Red Hat job, Crimson Collective announced an alliance with other infamous crews like Shiny Hunters and a Lapsus spin-off to coordinate future attacks. They've even bragged about hacking a telecom company, Claro Colombia, and stealing millions of records. In short, this group has cred. They're not random script kiddies, but experienced hackers making headlines-grabbing attacks. Some posts from their Telegram were signed by an alias linked to known Lapsus hacker, showing they run in the same circles as big-name cybercriminals. So when Crimson Collective says they breached Nintendo, people take it seriously. According to Crimson Collective, they breached Nintendo's internal system and pulled out sensitive data. The screenshot they provided surfaced via cyber intel from hacker Manic. Purportedly shows directories from Nintendo's servers. Things like production assets, developer builds, admin folders, backups. If authentic, this could include confidential details on games in development, proprietary tools, or even info on upcoming hardware. Essentially, the hackers are boasting that they have got Nintendo's secrets in hand. This is a big deal because Nintendo is notoriously protective of its IP and internal info. They are the company that aggressively hunts down leakers and modders without mercy. A breach like this, if real, would be one of the most high-profile Nintendo hacks in years. Crimson Collective hasn't publicly dumped the data yet. They likely want to ransom it back to Nintendo, similar to what they attempted with Red Hat. The group's usual move is to contact the target through official channels, demand payment to delete the data, and if the company refuses, then leaks starts dropping online. So what is Nintendo saying about all this? Let's get to that. Nintendo's official response: Nintendo stayed quiet for a few days as rumors swirled, but then they finally responded and they totally downplayed the whole thing. In an official statement given to the Japanese press on October 15th, Nintendo said, "We have not confirmed any leak of personal information and there has been no leak of development or business information." They acknowledged that some external servers displaying Nintendo's website were defaced, but claimed there's no evidence of any further intrusions or damage. In plain terms, Nintendo is saying, yeah, someone messed with a website server, but no sensitive data got out, nothing important was touched. No customer info leaked, no secret dev files stolen. If you believe Nintendo's account, the hacker basically just vandalized a web page and nothing more. This statement was clearly meant to claim everyone down. Nintendo doesn't want fans or investors freaking out about a major breach. They're painting the incident as a minor scrap, not a deep cut. Of course, Crimson Collective's claims sound a lot more dramatic than Nintendo's version of events. So where's the truth? It might be somewhere in the middle. Nintendo is famously secretive, unless they're legally required to disclose a hack, like if personal customer data was stolen. They usually keep things under wraps. It's possible Nintendo's secret team is investigating behind the scenes while publicly saying all is well, to avoid panic. The key point: Nintendo insists no dev or initial info was compromised, directly contradicting what the hackers are bragging about. Are these hackers for real? Past actions? This brings up a big question: is the Crimson Collective blowing smoke, or did they actually score? Given their history, they're the real deal in hacking terms. Remember, they breached Red Hat and got in deep. They've organized with other high-profile hacker gangs. These aren't just random teenager messing around, though interestingly, one alleged member is a 19 years old linked to Lapsus. The professionalism of their operations, targeting source code repositories, forming alliances, attempting extortion, portion show they know what they're doing. So if they claim a Nintendo breach, they could be telling the truth. On the other hand, hackers have been known to inflate their claims for clout. It wouldn't be the first time someone faked a screenshot or exaggerated a breach to build a rep, but at least one cybersecurity analyst noted that Crimson Collective is trying to build credibility through high-profile attacks, meaning they have a motive to go after big fish like Nintendo and to not bluff about it. Bottom line, this group has the chops to hack a company like Nintendo, so their claim can't be dismissed outright. If Nintendo's statement is accurate, maybe Crimson Collective attempted a hack and only managed a superficial defacement, or Nintendo might be hiding the full extent. We just don't know for sure yet. Now let's talk about why you, the homebrew hacking community, should care about this drama. Even if this hack doesn't directly involve a console exploit, it could have ripple effects for all of us. Possible leaks of dev tools keys. If Crimson Collective truly grabbed dev files or internal tools, there is a chance, however slim, that something useful for homebrew cloud leak. I mean, imagine if internal documentation, system firmware files, or even encryption keys slipped out. That kind of info could potentially advance the Switch or Switch 2 hacking scene by revealing vulnerabilities or hidden functions. We're not there yet. Nintendo says nothing of the sort of stolen, but if the hackers prove Nintendo wrong by dumping data, we might see some interesting tidbits for developers and tinkerers. It's a long shot, but the mere possibility has people's attention. Nintendo's tightening security. On the flip side, a breach or even a attempted one might make Nintendo double down on security. Nintendo is already extremely protective and litigious about their systems. A scare like this could prompt them to harden their networks and maybe their consoles even more. So high-profile hacks put a spotlight on the hacking community at large. Nintendo has a history of tanking legal actions against hackers, modders, even folks leaking game info. If this Crimson Collective saga escalates, Nintendo could be even less tolerant of any kind of breach or modding activity, fearing it could lead to leaks. They might push for stricter laws or penalties or clamp down on known hacking forums and figures. Also, don't forget public opinion can take a hit. Some fans equate all hackers with the bad guys. That could mean less sympathy if, say, a homebrew developer gets into legal trouble. Essentially, it could contribute to a harsher climate for anyone doing Nintendo mods or jailbreaks, even though the homebrew scene is about creativity and ownership, not theft. This story is unfolding in real time. If Nintendo's telling the truth, maybe nothing more happens, but if Crimson Collective really has the goods and Nintendo refuses to pay, we could see leaks surface online soon. Those leaks could range from unreleased game footage, like how the GTA 6 footage leaked in 2023, to actual Switch 2 development details. So the community should watch this space. Even if we don't endorse the hackers' methods, the outcome might directly impact what we know about Nintendo's systems. So where do things stand? On one side, Crimson Collective is flaunting that they breached the unbreachable, that they've got Nintendo's crown jewels in hand. On the other side, Nintendo is confidently saying nothing to see here, everything's under control. Who's telling the truth? We'll find out soon enough. Nintendo is highly unlikely to give in to any ransom demands. That's just not their style. And these hackers, if real, are probably not going to just walk away empty-handed. Something's gotta give. We might see proof in the form of leaked data, or maybe Nintendo security measures kept the attackers out of the really sensitive stuff. Either way, this isn't over. If anything big drops from this hack or alleged hack, you can bet we'll be diving into it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next update, because this battle between Nintendo and hackers could be just getting started. This is definitely not over yet. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is the Crimson Collective bluffing, or did Nintendo actually get hurt? And how do you think this will affect the homebrew scene? I will be down here reading your takes. Until next time, stay safe and happy gaming. Don't forget to smile. My name is you. Peace.